So far, so good. Can only sleep at night. That's right. You can only sleep at night. In Minecraft, at least. Let's see. Master volume up. Master volume. Let's see. Is our chests considered a block? I think they are. What if we just turn them off? The silent chest. So they are. Interesting. So we'll just turn those back up to 25%. Hostile creatures want to turn up because, well, that's going to be fun. I guarantee you it's going to rain. I guarantee you it's going to rain. That's going to be a big old annoyance. Just revigorized chopper. Cost me 5 levels. Womp womp. Alright, today's live stream, we are gonna build us a bridge. And not just any bridge. We're gonna build ourselves the San Francisco Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge, I should say, because that's not the only bridge they have. But it's the most famous. And as you can tell, we got rid of the old, I don't even know, watchtower. I've got an idea for where we can sleep. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's coming later, though. But the orca, it's right over there. Eventually, I'm going to get rid of that. That's going to go at some point. The vault is going to stay. Don't worry. The vault is going to stay. It's not based on any movie design or anything. I didn't really have any clue that I was going to start basing my builds. Why does that still have the frappy old thing on it? Interesting. Anyways, I didn't think I was going to base any of my survival Minecraft builds on movie stuff. I just like movies. And I was like, this makes sense. You know what? I'm going to check. Make sure that my camera isn't going to freak out on you guys. It'll freak out. Okay, good. It's not set to auto. For some reason, it always resets to auto. Every time I start this computer up. It's like, what the heck? What the heck? So yeah, today we are going to need lots and lots of orange clay. Because technically, the San Francisco Bridge is not actually, oh wait, probably need to do this separate, is not actually red. It's orange. It's industrial orange, as a matter of fact. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Let's get just half of those back. I don't know if I'm gonna need that much. Well, I guess we made it. Hey, Just Zach, how you doing? I think I got your name right. How are you doing today? We're just gonna build a bridge. I don't even know if that's right. Is there like a quick way of getting these things so you don't have to drag them? Like some sort of, you know what would be really cool? So like notice how this is 3x3. It'd be awesome if you could use your number pad. So if you just selected that one, you hit like 7 and it switched, or like 1 and it like, so like this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd be pretty awesome. Of course that would only work on a number pad. So we need at least 8 stacks, so that's going to work for the first tower. And the first tower alone. Now is this going to give us... Oh man, do I have to go and find more clay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't read color clay, can you? And of course I made these bricks on accident. Whoopsies. Let's get a chest. Let's get a chest. Let's get a crafting table. We'll definitely need some ladders. Let's see. So yeah, we're building a bridge today. So I just recorded the intro. You know what? I don't have a lot of oak. I'm not worried about birch. I don't do a lot of stuff in birch. I got some sort of gnat flying around my face. You know what? It is very hot here where I live in Indiana. And we have had a very cool summer, but not anymore. I live in a college town, and I'm convinced all the college kids brought the heat. And not in a good way, you know? I'm a townie, so I'm just like, you dang kids! You brought the heat! But yeah, it was really hot today. We haven't had, I think we've had one day where it reached 90. I don't think it hit 90 today, but tomorrow, like Saturday, is supposed to get to like 93. And in Indiana, it's humid. And it's a humid 93, and it sucks so bad. It's just like, it just, ugh, you just want to die when it gets so humid here. We had a really bad summer 2 years ago. 2 years ago, yeah, right before I got married. And you know, last summer was okay. And then, whew, this year's been super cool up until recently, so I'm not going to complain. But I hear you. Hot summer days, no bueno. No bueno. Don't necessarily need all of my tools at some point, but we're going to do this. So we need to know where our center line is, so that when we build these... So I got my graph paper. Yoink! I don't think you can probably see that very well. You can see it's graph paper, though. So I've got some plans in here, on my screenshots, and on the paper. So I'll be referencing that. So if you kind of see me staring like... It's because I'm looking at my paper. I don't really have a good way of displaying my paper. Dudes has your papers. So, what we need to do... What the heck did I just do? Oh. What we need to do... Oh, yeah. I didn't think I built that in the right place. I was confused on purpose. Because you done and did it. You done and did it. So this is basically live streaming for the sake of not recording necessarily. This will probably end up on my YouTube channel. But this is kind of the boring stuff. It's not going to be boring because it's going to be pretty cool. What we have to do is we have to go up to 114, way up there. So right now we're at 68. So we have to go from 63, which happens to be water level. And this is going to be one of those F3 streams. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to leave F3 pulled up pretty much the whole time. I know a lot of people are like, turn off F3. I want to see the game. Blah. But, yeah, so we're going to go up to 114. So we're going to build a scaled-down version of the Golden Gate Bridge, although it won't seem that way. It will not seem that way. The reasoning, this bridge is going to nowhere. It's a bridge to nowhere, which is really funny. So a lot of my builds this season are going to be movie-based, and the reason why I'm building this, because the Golden Gate Bridge is featured in a lot of movies. And I have seen the Golden Gate Bridge in at least 2 movies, and I'm thinking I've seen it in at least 3 movies this year. One of them, of course, the new Planet of the Apes movie. The second one I saw in Godzilla, and I know there's a third one. It seems, and of course, it's always getting destroyed. The one in Planet of the Apes doesn't necessarily get destroyed, but it's certainly used not only by the humans, but also by the ape characters. And I think it's used in a really cool way. It's kind of the bridge from the ape territory to the human territory. And I just really like that movie. I thought it was really good, especially for a sequel that didn't have any returning characters, pretty much. So let's go ahead and ceremoniously get rid of F3, get rid of this dinky little stupid bridge, because that's all this was doing. So we're getting rid of this. But in movie productions, like, how much money do they waste rebuilding or repurposing, or even digitally making? So we're going to be digitally making the Golden Gate Bridge. We'll just say that. But it's going to go from here. It's going to be the big tower. One of the big towers. There's 2, of course. One big tower here. And it's going to reach across to this big piece of land here. And if you look at schematics or even pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge, you'll kind of notice that one side of the bridge actually has a little bit of connection to land like this. And then it goes over a little bit, and then it hits another piece of land, and then it goes all the way across the bay. So that's what we're going to do. So let me get a little bit higher. Don't do drugs, kids. Just realized what I said. So the bridge, the tower is going to go up like this, and so it's not going to get quite cloud territory, because I really don't want that. But then the cables, because the cables on the bridge on one side go like this, and then there's a tower, and then of course the tower's this way, and then they kind of like loop. We're not gonna do this loop part. We're just gonna do a tower and then one of the ends. And so that's what we're going to do. So the tower's going to be this way, and then they're going to just be straight. I mean, they're right at a sharp angle. The other ones curve a little bit. I know you could do the curve, but they're just going to go straight down like this, and then they're going to, I think it pretty much puts us right at the end of this. And then I'm not 100% sure because in my creative world, I've copied this map, and I originally had the tower built on this side of the mound, which puts us like 18 blocks from where... so it was like way out here. It was just like hanging loose out that way. but I explained this in the intro of the video. So I'm going to have a video after this live stream, I think. So, or they'll be published maybe at the same time. So if you're watching this, you're getting a sneak peek. But look, I can jump right over that. So this is completely nonsensical. Like, it doesn't need to happen, but I like it. And I built it in creative. I didn't build the whole thing, but I built enough of it to be like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. So when we get off the Orca, it's going to look pretty awesome. When we leave this, it's going to look pretty awesome. So yeah, it's a bridge to nowhere, but it's going to be able to get me from this little piece of land over that way. Hey, Jordan, how's it going? And so I think we're actually going to have to get rid of this tree. Actually, I know for a fact we will at some point. But I've got, let's see, my center line. And then we're going to go, let's see. We need to go 7 over, so... of course, I need more dirt. I knew to get a whole stack of this stuff. So yeah, this is gone. I chopped this down already. Bye-bye. The vault stays. I know that'll freak people out. There's some people that were asking me to show them how to build a vault like this, and if you need to know, it's in one of my videos. So, let's see. 2, 3, 6. So, let's see. And so the bridge in my survival world has been through a couple of or my creative world, sorry, has been through a couple of different versions, and so this I think is the one I'm most satisfied with. So we're gonna have to kind of terraform a little bit. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then it's gonna go over. Ooh, this is a strong shovel. It's a strong shovel. I'm so tempted to put cobblestone down. Because I'm weird like that. I'm so weird. Okay. I'm playing the Minecrafts. Yeah, it's just a little game. Just some people play it. Not very popular. Hoping those kids catch on to what it's all about. Yeah, it's one of those indie games, you know, it just, you know, started off as a little thing and really hasn't gained a lot of popularity. It's kind of a shame because I really like it. Well, this is good. We can start on this tower because I'm glad I'm building the tower closer to this because then we can just jump off and be like, kerplunk. So I won't feel so bad if I fall off. But getting up is going to be a challenge. That's what she said. Let's see. So 114 blocks. As a matter of fact, you pay now and you get all the updates from here on out. Let's see y'all. Jack from Hyde is now following me on Twitch. Thanks for following me. If you kind of see me go off for a second, it's because I don't have my emails pulled up. You would think I would because I've got 3 monitors, but I've got so much other stuff on the monitors that it just doesn't work out. Okay, so we're building the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is actually orange. I've said that before. It's when you get to it, it's more orange than red. But pictures and stuff, people like color correct it, so it's orange. It's not the case. It's really orange, I swear. They paint it orange all the time. Let's see. So I don't know why I'm jumping when I do that. Okay, I'm going to get in a rhythm. So this is going to take a lot of clay. And hopefully nothing spawns on us. Because if it does, I will scream like a little girl. So we're going to get some height. So I looked at actual dimensions of the Golden Gate Bridge. And it's pretty tall. I mean, it is obviously pretty tall. If you've never seen it, it's a pretty big bridge. If you approach it from one side, it actually ends up curving. The road curves right into the bridge, so it's like you're on the bridge. You get a pretty good view from the city side before you cross the bridge, if I'm not mistaken. And then once you get on the other side, you get more into like the Muir Woods side of things, which is pretty cool. There's some really cool houses out there too, all built into the side of the hills. And Muir Woods is actually where I proposed to my wife, so this has a little bit of a special feeling to it. Okay. So this is technically as tall as the bridge is going to get. At least the towers are. So from here, we're going to build at an angle, so it's going to go down to about there. So you'll get a better idea once I'm done. Let's see. So then on these, we need to go 107. So I'm just going to jump off. Luckily, water doesn't kill you upon impact. So let me show you what we're dealing with, y'all. Actually, I'm going to go to sleep just to be safe. Just to be safe. Soft drinks. I treated myself today. Actually, my wife did. Ooh, that's tall. Ooh, boy, that's tall. Let's come over here. The tower's actually going to go up a lot faster than I realized. But yeah, that's not as wide necessarily, but that's as tall as they're going to get. And so that doesn't seem pretty tall, but once I get all the details and stuff on it, it's going to look pretty big. So the cables, I think I call them coils, but the cables on like I mentioned, on the opposite towers going towards land, they're just straight down. That's to pull the towers like this so they stand vertical, and then allows the middle to have some support too. So this is going to be one side of it. So it's just going to go, actually it's not going to go like this. It's going to go like this. That's a better angle for it. So it's actually going to be pretty good. Actually, I already did the dishes, and she was very appreciative of that. I see what you tried to do there, Jordan, but I already did something nice for the wife. And you know what? I just had a thought. Part of this is going to be hollow. We could put ladders in the middle. We're going to do that. Wondered how I was going to do that, but yes, that's how we get up. Like a service ladder. I'm not going to make another wedge in this series. I built a wedge in my Attack at the B Team series, and I kind of had to walk away from it because it was too much. It was becoming too much. Maybe in the future. Okay, so that's 107. So that's how that is going to be. Whee! I love just jumping off this thing. But it just came to me. I was like, I need a bridge. And then I was like, Golden Gate Bridge. It's in a lot of movies. I mean, Brooklyn Bridge would be another one. But I think there's just something about the Golden Gate Bridge that is so iconic. It's not necessarily well, it was very unique when they built it. Yeah, the bridge does kind of look like another wedge, but I promise I'm not building another wedge. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and eat. You think I'm in a design rut? Nah. I'm doing fine. Ooh. Do you think we can... I don't know. I don't know if I could jump off this one. Hui! Oh gosh, there we go. There we go. It looks so bland, but I've got a couple things that I'll do to make it stand out. Make it stand out. Make it so. Alright, and then this front half is 105. Just these two. I should really include these. It'll make my life so much easier. Now keep in mind, I gotta build two of these things, and they gotta be identical. That's gonna be the difficult part. This is just one of the towers. And then of course we gotta build the middle, which I've already done. So no problemo. Ooh. Ooh, I just had an idea. I could connect this with the tower. Secrets. Excuse me, secret doorway. So I'm using the clay, and then I'm going to use acacia wood to give it some details. And I never really messed with both of these colors. I just had a thought about turning up, because this is just an ocean on this side. But if we turn up the render distance, we might be able to get some pretty decent views up here. But the acacia wood and orange clay actually really go well off of each other. I was really surprised, as a matter of fact. Okay. We're actually only going to go up to 95 here, but oops. There's a reason for that. Whee! Whee! Because there's going to be one on the front. So right here. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to leave that opened. Let's see. I'll do that. Yeah. That's the ticket. Because I need to go up on this one. So I got a new phone. I like it so far. And I got a new tablet. That's been interesting. Okay, yeah, so this stays at 95, and these go up to 105. Whoa, 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 whoa. Although that would technically be right. Okay, so... Yep, we need that one. Aww. We ran out. We runs out. Well, I guess I'll have to figure that one out. We'll get it back up there. So yeah, pretty tall tower. It's 51 tall, so we won't use all the ladders. We'll have some spares. There we go. Oh gosh. Well, that's not right. Can the chopper... Ah, chopper can't keep up with it. It was close. Let's see if we get a head start. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Yeah. I was like, we should have a lot more than just that left over. Let's see. Wow. Hey, village idiot, how you doing? I hope you don't mind me calling you that. It sounds so rude, but it's your name. Wait a second. Did I miscalculate? Because I used way more orange than I thought I would. I think I did. That's not good. We're going to have to go find some more clay. Ruh-roh. That's not good. Let's see. That's alright. That's alright. I almost made it out of this hardened clay, but there was actually no wood to go with it. Yeah, we're gonna have to go find some more. Darn. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way, like so. Maximize it. There we go. So that's the red. And that's the red most people would use. People would use the red stained clay or wool. Or you could use this. This, I think, is actually a little bit closer to the orange that they use, but the acacia just goes so well with it. I'll show you here in a second. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see, we don't need that. We don't really need... Yeah. You know what? I'll put that on there. There we go. And so I kind of had a few things. I kind of wanted to just keep it like straight up, but if you actually look at diagrams of the towers, of the bridge towers, they have a little pop out. So there's a pop out about here, and then there's another one about there, and then it kind of like slims up, but it'll make sense when you see it. I don't know how much we're actually going to end up building, but we'll give her a shot. I feel like we need to put a torch up through here, keep things bright. Although this could, you know what I just thought about? This could be a mob tower, an XP tower. It wouldn't be a perfect one, but it could be one. It's hollow. Hollow. Something to think about. Something to think about. We'll do that. There we go. Let's see. But yeah, the poor Golden Gate Bridge, it gets slapped around all the time in all these movies. It can't get a break. Rodney Dangerfield would agree. Just can't get a break. There we go. Okay. Tower. You can see the orca down there. Whoa. So not quite cloud cover, as you can see. Those are clouds there, so we're good. We're doing all right. Just to show you that this wood actually blends in pretty well with it. See? Pretty close to each other. And this is just different enough that it'll help make it pop. As a matter of fact, let me get rid of this and I'll put it here. I'll put it there instead. There we go. Let's see here. Just Zach, follow me on Twitch and Sky Conqueror 10. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, let's see. Yeah, let's turn up that render distance. No, 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 no. Let's turn it up to 18 and see if my computer can handle it. Oh, yes. Yes, render. Render, my precious. Yeah, see over here? Just a giant ocean with my ocean monument surrounded. So technically, the bridge would go that way. So the length of the bridge would go, which way are we facing? West. Would go west. I don't know if that's true, but technically we could build it across that way and it would probably look better, but if we were to build the whole thing, which, don't challenge me, I might just go ahead and do it, would go that way. But I don't think we'd actually hit any land, because, again, we're just, why? Why? JPT does not approve. Bummer. Okay, so that goes up to 95 there. This is 105. That goes to 107. And then 114 on the top. Let's just go ahead and keep the ladders going, because why not? So this is the very top of the bridge. Which actually, we won't use these ladders. Now that I think about it. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. There's a reason for it. Let's not break the ladder you're holding. That's the smartest idea I've never had. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's do it like... How do I want to do this so that it makes sense? Does that work? Yeah, that works. So I watched The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was just okay. I initially really liked it, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, I actually really like Jamie Foxx in the movie as Electro, but they underused his character. I don't want to spoil anything because it just came out on DVD if you haven't seen it. I kind of skipped it. I chose to skip it. Okay, this is where we're going to want ladders for now. Let's see if I can do this without killing myself. Yeah, so they kind of underused his character. But I do really like Andrew Garfield. Although, so like in this iteration of the Spider-Man character, he's really sarcastic. But I feel like he's really sarcastic in really awkward situations. There's a couple awkward situations where you would think he'd be funny, and he's kind of snarky, and it's like, ooh, I don't know. But, yeah. It is what it is, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to reference some images here. I gotta find them first. Okay, so that's right. And these are all of just the middle supports, of course. Whoa. So that's right. And then technically we need to go here. We're gonna suffer damage if we do that, so I don't want to do that. We'll go down. Whee! But yeah, they underutilized the character. I kind of liked what they did with him, though. The backstory, the characterization, you would say. Oh. See if we can get it to stop raining. Stop raining. Yay, stop raining. Okay. So that is a tower. There's a few details, but that is it for the most part. Pretty cool, right? I think I see a problem. Although we need stairs. We need acacia stairs. Doingy, 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 doingy. Let's see. The bed is like in the worst place possible. Don't worry about it. I'll get it figured out. That's a lot of wood. There we go. Do I have enough dirt? Yes, I do. Yes, I do indeed. I'm going to try to get away with keeping all that other stuff here. Let's just do it this way. It's weird watching my OBS, like playing while looking at my OBS. Pretty much getting your guys' point of view. Okay, so F3 turned back on, and a stair is going to go here, but let's go ahead and put, I'm just going to go ahead and put a block there, just to be safe. But yeah, the tower, yeah, so it's like real wide, and then it like shrinks down a little bit, and then it shrinks down a little bit more towards the top. But it has this one little flare on the outside, which is really cool. And that's what this is right here. So it's real wide and thick. Talking about the bridge. All the reference images I've looked at, but it has this like bump out that goes up like that. It's real hard to see, but it kind of like bumps out like that. We gotta get a better look at that. It's hard to tell because it's all kind of the same color. Whee! We'll jump over here. But eventually, yeah, the bridge will cut through here. Okay. So you can kind of see that. So it kind of has this one little bump out. Technically, this thickness here is the thickness of the actual tower itself. But then right as it gets to the top, it kind of jets back in a little bit. Kind of like this, but this is just one little bump out. This is actually a part of the bridge. Like, this is not supporting the bridge as far as I could tell. But then, of course, this is, and then it kind of bumps out a little bit again and goes up. And so this is a creative decision right here. Technically, I could leave it just as thick and go all the way up, but it's just to kind of show that there's some architectural stuff going on with the tower. So that is a completed tower. It is a completed tower. But I'm not going to build just another tower right away. We're gonna play around a little bit. Need to show you what the road is gonna do. So we got lots of cobblestone. So let's go ahead and get ourselves. Oh wait, I have one too many. Oh, that's a lot of those. Don't need that sand, that's for sure. Get on out. Get on out. Don't need no sand. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get the rest of those. And you know what? I have a chest. I don't know why. Here. The whole purpose of this was to put this down and put all of my stuff in it. We'll keep one of everything, just to be safe. We'll need a lot of these. Yeah, and put down the crafting table. Right there. Right there. I just kind of want to show you guys the architectural details that I found. Okay. So we already said it was going to be 7 wide. And the road sits on 71. And so I like how this tells you what block you're looking at. So the road is going to be that high. And the reason why I chose the road to be so high is, well, we needed to clear these hills. But I also wanted to make it seem like you could almost drive the orca under the bridge if you had to. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to about hit that cacti, didn't I? Almost hit that cacti, didn't I? It kind of rhymed unintentionally. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so the road is going to sit on this one. So, like a so, if I'm not mistaken. And then it's just going to go all the way over. So what I need to do, actually... So it's going to go 83 that way. So we need to count, actually. Ooh, and I fell and I got half a heart of damage. These things need to be repaired. That's no bueno. Okay, so... Let's see. I'm going to do some calculations real quick. Let's see, 81. Wait, how many? Oh, then we just need to go 23 more. Well, ha-da-ta-ta. Alright. The reason why I have to be so accurate with this particular measurement is because the way I'm going to have to build the supports, once we get all the way to 83, I'm going to have to build half slab cables. I've seen people use full blocks, but I just really, nope. I just really like the way, oh gosh. Did that get messed up? We're going to have to start over, because I can't. Sorry, I just can't trust this. That's my bad. It's weird because you'll just have to wait and see. It's just really weird the way the cables are going to work. Cables, I use that term loosely. I'm assuming that they were going already into this one stack, but I gotta be safe about this. Okay. Yeah, it screwed it up, or maybe I counted wrong. I think I counted wrong. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so I need to go 83. So that is 83. Let's get rid of all of them. Gosh, I'm a fool. There's no more just floating around like they didn't jump over. Yeah, this tree needs to go. This tree's just gonna be in the way. Sorry, tree. Although we can use the wood. Kind of glad I planted these trees now. It's going to give us a bunch of saplings too, which is nice. If that tree's in the way, then surely this tree's also going to be in the way. Hui! Yeah, if you guys got any questions or whatever, comments, let me know. Hopefully my chat's not locked up. A little bit quiet. All quiet on the western front. Man, it took me forever to grow this tree, too. Oh well. I had to put this dirt block down in the middle of the desert. The beach, sorry. I thought about replacing the lookout house with a... dang it. With another water tower, but I've already done that. Okay, this is better. So, normally when you place a half slab, if you put two down on top of each other, it becomes a full block. We're going to do that method, but we're going to do it so that one half is on one side of a block and the other half is on the other, if that makes any sense. Gosh dang it. Go away. Get both of them. Stop it. You're cramping my style. This time we should be okay. I'm just spamming the placement key here, holding down shift. I'll explain how this works here in a second, or how it's going to work. Alright, we're out good. We're not going to run into any of that. I'm actually kind of happy that this might work out the way I want it to. What's really interesting about this bridge is that it's symmetrical, but on the ends, where it actually hits land, they had to connect the bridge a couple of different ways to land. So like one side has like a couple of mini bridges, and then the other is just like bridge and then land. Like it, and it has like this big concrete slab at the end, like this big concrete block. And so this almost does it. So you can see there, that was originally where I wanted to build it, but it's going to actually come out to here. And so from here, this is where the cable is going to start to go up and connect up there. And we'll do that here in a second. We'll do that here in a second, which is pretty crazy. And I can't put torches on this, so I don't know if anything's actually going to spawn. Do enemies actually... Well, we're going to have to get rid of this tree. Do enemies spawn on half slabs? I want to say the answer is no, but maybe not. Hey, Mr. Blue, how's it going? Jordan, my Gen Con actually turned out to be pretty good. My regular crew, or crews from the past, I've had about two or three different regular groups that I go to Gen Con with. They were all busy. And so I went, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I didn't go Sunday. I've never gone to a Sunday Gen Con. I'm usually worn out by then, or I've got other commitments. Oh, I didn't think I was actually going to place that. And so Thursday was pretty much me flying solo. Yes, I was Tom cruising solo. Cruise Solo. Sounds like a name of a Star Wars character. Fan fiction. Thursday was okay. I'm not going to lie. Thursday was just okay. Friday was better. Actually, got to meet two people that I knew via Twitter but never met in real life, and hung out with them. Then met a couple of new guys, which is pretty cool. Hung out with them for quite some time. And then through one of those guys, I met... Oh, that's perfect. I can keep that cacti there. Met... Let's see. Four other people. Four people that I feel like I'll probably be hanging out with in the near future. And so... you know what? I don't necessarily need those F3 keys anymore. So yeah, hung out with them, played games, and then the next day met up with a couple of, or one of the guys that I had met, and we kind of just randomly went and played games. Man, I feel weird about not placing torches on this, but that's the name of the game, I suppose. We'll try to survive. Yeah, and so I actually test played more games this Gen Con than I've ever tested, probably total. But yeah, I made some pretty good Gen Con connections. And just in case you guys don't know, Gen Con is a board game convention. It's a board game geek culture convention, pretty much. So there's a lot of cosplay. I didn't get a lot of pictures of cosplayers. That's not really what I was there for. But back in the day, back when I was just after I graduated college, I worked at the local university and met two guys who pretty regularly played games, board games, not like Scrabble or Monopoly. These are games that are from independent companies, or what I would consider advanced games, board games, that not a lot of people would be into. So like you've got like Dungeons and Dragons, that's one side of the spectrum. You got like Magic the Gathering. Guess what? Those really aren't my kind of games. I play Dungeons and Dragons, but I prefer the Cthulhu version of that role-playing style. It's actually a lot more fun, and you get to choose different time periods that you can play in. I haven't played that in a long time. That would be really fun, I think, to play in live stream. I need to maybe get that going. I think it would be something that people would enjoy. But yeah, Jordan hit it right on the head. complicated board games with dice, cards, and tiny little figurines. That's how most of the games are. Like Monopoly. But no, not necessarily. So this is our road. This is how long this road's going to be. This is just a single-player world. Yeah, this is just me playing in my single-player world. Not currently on any servers of vanilla Minecraft. And that could change, though. So keep your eyes peeled. But yes, we've got the Orca from Jaws, just in case you're joining us. Look up reference images from Jaws. You'll notice how this boat looks very much like it. We've got our barrels on the front that we will shoot at Jaws. We've got our ocean temple. No, a monument. That's right. They call it an ocean monument. This is our Golden Gate Bridge. I don't think I have enough. I don't even know how many half slabs this is going to take. I'm actually just going to I'm going to build one half of it for you guys. Like real quick. That's what I'm going to do, and then we'll build the rest. But yeah, Gen Con was good. Gen Con ended up being pretty good, especially Sunday. There's an XCOM cooperative board game that's really cool. It incorporates a tablet, which I just got a tablet, so I'm like super pumped about that. That might actually get used for something in my life. But yeah, it's a 4-player cooperative game, although you can technically play it by yourself from what I read, which is kind of sad, but is also kind of cool if you just want to play a game and none of your friends are around. Oh yeah, this is the boat that I made in my last video. But yeah, an XCOM board game. So basically the board game, it's rather than like building your base and going out and fighting aliens, it's more of the management side. So you're managing satellites. It's more of the world map version of the game with a little bit of base stuff. So we'll sleep here. So like if aliens enter your base, then you can send soldiers out. You can soldiers out on missions. So one player plays the commander who controls all the money. One player controls... Oh, dang it. Got ourselves some Guardian setbacks here. So one is the commander, one guy is the squad leader, so he controls the squads. One guy's the researcher, so you control what research you get, and then one other person controls the satellites. And I can't remember what the official title that is. We need to get some milk. Get this building stuff off. The commander actually has a pretty funny job because he gets to choose these little cards, and they have terrible, terrible things that happen. It's a Fantasy Flight game, and Fantasy Flight actually has all the licenses for like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and stuff. Basically, any movie property that you can make a board game about, they've got it. Fantasy Flight is like the top tier. It's like the Milton Bradley of independent gaming. I wouldn't even call it independent gaming because it's very commercialized. And so, it's pretty interesting. You know, I don't want to get all the way, like, halfway done with this. Although we could just walk back down it, so I'm not too concerned about it. Alright, let me show you what I'm talking about here. But they say it comes out, I think they say it later this year. So there was that, and then I got to see the new Star Wars, it's called Imperial, I think it's called Imperial Forces. If you've ever played the board game Descent, it's pretty much that board game. Let's see. Yep, okay. So you can see here, see how they're separate slabs, but then if I put one here, it becomes a solid slab. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it so that it's half and half. And the way we do that is we go like this, and it's very boring, and I apologize ahead of time. But I'll keep talking. So I test played that. I got to, well, I didn't really test play it. I kind of watched it from the start to finish, but it has a tablet. And so what happens is that you say, okay, we're ready to play the game. And you go ahead and start playing the game, and there's a countdown timer, and it says, okay, this is going to happen. So let's say, alien UFOs spotted in Australia. So it's a world map, so it has all the continents, and you have to basically keep the just like in the game, just like in any of the XCOM games. Particularly, I got a very Terror from the Deep vibe from it, but it could be any XCOM game. Terror from the Deep is my favorite XCOM game. I might actually want to play that as a series. I think that would be a lot of fun. It's a really hard game, but it's really, really fun. But as you can see here, we're starting to get that cable going. And so then you have to place, like, let's say 3 UFOs in there, and then you can send your interceptors, which you pay for. And so it's like, I think it's 3 rounds total or something like that. But it counts down. So you've got this countdown on your tablet that's like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And then you're like, oh, and so you're stressing, but it's cooperative. So everyone is kind of, you know, you're racing against the clock to get this stuff done. So you got to, you know, place the interceptors, and then it goes on to the next thing. It's like, research something in Bay 2 or something like that. So then your researchers are looking up certain research, and there's cards that you flip over. It's actually really fast paced for a little bit, and then you get to play out the round. So once you place all the cards after the timer runs out, then you pretty much have to like figure out the rest of the strategies. And I really liked it. I thought it looked a lot of fun. And technically, if you just wanted to play by yourself, you could play all 4. Oh, dang it. You could play all 4 different roles. Oh, we got it. Sweet. So you could play with 1 or 2 players or 3 players or 4. It's more ideal with 4 because then somebody's not playing 2 different roles or 3 different roles. Whoa, did you see that over there in the corner? Looked like that was the Elder Guardian. Interesting. I hope this works out. I hope this goes exactly where it's supposed to, because if not, I miscalculated. Is anybody keeping track of how many stacks we've used so far? I want to say it's been more than 2, less than 3. Okay, so we're getting close. So that game was fun. It comes out, again, later this year. It's $60. I've actually got some pictures of it. I might show them on my new phone. I might put it up to the webcam so you guys can see that. Because I got a new camera, which is really convenient. So I got this new phone. It's the LG G3. I really like it. I used to have a HTC Desire or Inspire. So it's the Desire over in Europe, but it's the Inspire here in the United States. And it did me well for a number of years. But I had it for 4 years, if not 5. I just noticed that that's kind of shaped like a heart. That's weird. I think we miscalculated, but I think it works out, actually. So let's go take a look at that. So yeah. So this is my new phone. It's white. That was the only one they had. They didn't have a dark model, like a black case for it, but I was like, whatever. But yeah, let me switch over to my webcam real quick. Which is really cool, because it's on. You just double tap it and it turns on and off. Like that. That's cool. I like it. And it's got a power button on the back. So the power button's right here. And then the volume is on this side. And then, of course, your camera. It's AT&T, which is not great, but whatever. Let's see. So there's one picture. XCOM, the board game. I'm sorry for the reflection. There we go. That's better. So that's the corner of the game. And then there's their big banner that the big banner that they had hanging up. I know this is not the most ideal way of showing these, but that's kind of what the board looks like. Gosh, that is like the blurriest thing ever because it's focusing on my face instead. Yeah, that sucks. But this takes really good pictures. I was really happy with it. And then that's kind of the tablet. It just has like a list of the resolution phase. So it's like audit the budget, recruit soldiers, resolve crises, resolve research, resolve orbital defense, resolve global defense, resolve base defense, resolve mission, and refresh units. So, you know, it has like different steps throughout the entire thing. But anyways, so I got this new phone and I was able to test it out, which is pretty cool. But we'll switch back over to the game. And go look at our cables. But yeah, and LG was running a special through AT&T that if you get a new phone, they give you a tablet for 99 cents. And the tablet is just, oh, look at that. That's sweet. Yes, I like it. I like it. And of course, we got to run the struts down as well. Don't know how we're going to do that. That is going to be the boring part of this. Although it might also be the exciting part of it. Just depends. I think we're going to have to split the difference. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. Die. Give me your ink. Give me your precious ink. Then there was another game called Castles of the Mad King Ludwig, which is coming out, I think they said October, which is like just months away. It looks like a wedge to you. That is true. So the wedge was a circle, but it was ironic because it was supposed to look like a wedge of cheese. But you're right, Jordan. It is a wedge in those terms. Didn't think about it like that. Bridges of the Mad King Ludwig. You build castles from... so you have like little pieces and everyone builds their own castles. And you do it based on... like you try to complete rooms in the way... I'm just like... stumbling around here. You complete rooms by basically closing off doorways. So so like you have like a sleeping quarters, and it has 3 doorways or 2 doorways, and if you connect another room to it, that technically closes off the room. And if you close off rooms, you get certain points, and it's pretty cool. It's actually a really really fun game. It's actually my favorite game of the con. Sorry, you have to do that sometimes when you mention Gen Con. I'm so happy, by the way, that we can make fences out of whatever color we want, because now I can do this. Oops. That's right, we gotta build sticks. I'm not gonna build sticks out of these, I'm gonna build sticks out of spruce. So we're gonna do this. Like this, and get lots and lots and lots of fences. And we're gonna need way more than that, but I'm just gonna use these for the meantime. Do you remember what the game was about, Jordan? Because I might actually have seen it when I was there. I tested a lot of games. Don't necessarily remember any independent titles that I tested, though. But yeah, Castles of the Mad King Ludwig. That are really fun. I liked it. I don't know if it'll be easier to start from... Well, it's going to be more accurate if I start it from here and go over. So let's just do that. Woo! Did you see that? I about fell off. Don't think we're going to be jumping into the ocean anytime soon. Okay, do you guys notice how the texture changes on this now? That's a 1.8 thing. So the texture rotates. So it's different there, it's different there. It's the same, different, same, different. I love that. It's like right in my face. It's really fun. Let's see. So this is a solid block, so we could actually attach it to this one and be okay. We could also attach it to that one, but I'm going to attach it to this. And then I'm going to go 4 over, so 1, 2, 3, and then 4, so it's technically going to attach to that one. So we can do 2 at a time. It's not too bad. It's going to be menial work. Accidental Cyclops. Ascendant. Entirely of cards with medieval knights and castles theme. So, let's see. You work with a guy. I would be willing to test it out with these new friends if he wouldn't mind. Should send me his details and I'll reach out to him if he's willing to let us test play it. There was another card game called Red, which was like a crazy demented Uno, which was a lot of fun. That one you can actually print out yourself if you have a decent printer and you don't mind printing your own game cards. They had it on sale for $10, but they actually sold out like within hours. Um, and it was really fun. That was actually the very first game that I played with these new friends, and we actually played it twice over the weekend. As a matter of fact, it's one of those games that you can just show up, teach people real quick. It's an introductory game. That's what I really focused on at this Gen Con, as I was just trying to figure out like board games that I could take to my wife's family get-togethers, because she has like 20 cousins, and we're always trying to find something to do when we go over there. And a lot of them play games, and so I thought, oh, this would be something that I could start focusing on, because the two guys I used to play games with are pretty busy these days, so we don't ever really get together. But I have this new crew that I could probably start playing with. They're a ways away, but it's pretty cool. That was a fun game, so I'll probably either print it myself, or I'll probably just end up picking it up, because it runs about $12, $15 if you buy it online with shipping. Yeah, I don't think I played that game. I don't even remember seeing it, but I spent a lot of time over in the indie booth, so I wouldn't be surprised if I actually saw the game or saw some marketing that it would automatically like make sense in my mind. Let's see, can I? No, I can't get that one. Not just yet. Let me go ahead and just attach here. I haven't quite oh, dang it. I haven't quite decided. We either die or we eat golden apples. I haven't decided yet. We really need to build more road, though. Okay. So there's a couple of different ways we could go with this. We could do it so it's connected like this. That is how it's in my creative world. But I've been toying with doing it like this. So from the outside it looks normal, or doing it like this. And I'm kind of leaning towards this because it kind of looks different. I don't know. Let's go take a look. I do not live in Indy. I live south of Indy. I live in the other college town south of Indy. So look at that. Tell me that does not look like the Golden Gate Bridge. Like just the silhouette. And imagine this on the other side. So you're going to get, at certain angles it's going to get real complicated. If you look on it straight on, it's going to be straight on. It's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So we got to do that every 4. So let's go check on. Oh, good. These trees grew. These things took forever to grow. What happened to this one? It never grew. Yeah, send me an invite. I would be interested, especially since I know how to get there. Whoa! Look at this. I've never seen acacia trees this tall. I have never seen them this tall. I've never seen one like this. That is awesome. What? Yeah, I live in B-Town. But I don't mind making the drive. I mean, I drove up to Gen Con 3 days in a row. Which was worth it. So, ultimately it was, worth the trip. Oh, I thought I thought the textures on these sheep was all jacked up. They're not. They're fine. And you know what? If we're building the Golden Gate Bridge, instead of putting ladders on the side, I could put vines. Because that's kind of how it looks like in the Planet of the Apes movie. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's peaking. Oh, I love it. And with the way these woods are over here, I could really thicken these things up and make it look like that's where the apes are. Ooh, big tall trees. Oh, I love it. Oh, I was so worried. I didn't even, this is the exact same world that I have in creative because I just cloned it and put it in creative mode, but I never came around this corner after building it. And well, I tell you what, this tower actually wasn't here, it was here, so it wouldn't have the same effect. That looks so awesome. What do you guys think of this? I mean, so far it's hardly done. We've got a whole nother tower to build. I actually am surprised how quickly we were able to build the cables, but then what are those support cables that go vertically? Those are going to take forever. Those are simply going to take forever. But an hour and 15 minutes, pretty good little run there. I guess we need to figure these out. I like that they pop up. So we'll do that. But then there's another thing I want to show you. Yeah, it's coming together really quick. But this is what happens when you build... I spent probably 3 hours at least, if not 4, maybe even 5. Aww. Building this in creative. And I had the gift of flight. And so that helped. So whenever I was standing there thinking, like, how am I going to build this cable? I was worried. We'll just say I was worried. But this will still technically allow me to run under here, but I can also still get under here, which is awesome. Which is really cool. Let's see, let's grab these sticks. But yeah, this is how you build fences now, which is really cool. I technically did build it from scratch. I just did it. I've built it twice. You got to give me credit for that. I've built this dang thing almost twice now, so I take pride in that. But yeah, I build stuff in... I don't build everything. Like, I actually kept building and building and building, and then realized, dude, like, you get it. Like, it looks good. Like, we're good to go. And then I thought, well, I could build this in my Let's Play. And then I thought, no, because... I kind of thought, no, let's not do that because of the fact that it would take multiple episodes to do it. Imagine, I mean, I've done this for, even it with like a quick like, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. Here's a few examples. Goodbye. It would take forever, so I'm just gonna upload this, and people can watch it that way. Maybe show a few techniques, but it's gonna basically be for like, this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. Reporting me to the Minecraft Masons Guild. Yeah, I tell you what, as someone who does this frequently for videos, preparation is at least 70% of what you do. Whoa, I thought they fixed that. Look at that, we can see through the world. There's water down there. I'm using this to my advantage. It only works sometimes, which is weird. Yeah. Creative does feel kind of cheaty, especially because what I did was I had everything. So I built the Stargate, then I built the Orca, and then I built this all in creative. And then I had this whole tower that I had before was like elaborate, had a real elaborate roof on it. You guys will never see that unless I decide to build it, which I'm not going to. I actually need your guys' assistance because the road is going to look like it's floating, but I don't know if I want to do just one thing of stairs or 2 things of stairs. And what I mean by that is, do I stretch it further down like this, or do I just keep the one? So if you guys could tell me, we'll step back. That was the one thing I couldn't quite figure out. Based on the scale, do you guys think I should keep the 1 or the 2? Of course, we're going to have to spend more fences, but based on what I see online, on images, obviously, is technically, those are support struts. And so, really, I should be doing it like this. So either like this, or like this. And this is something I didn't do in creative, but I actually thought this was the last thing I thought. My very last thought before falling asleep last night was, yeah, I need to figure that out. I think we're gonna go with 1. 2 is two would work, but I have to walk under it, and I don't think I'll be able to walk under it. See, like this, I can still walk under it, and I like that. So we'll just do 1. Plus, we won't have to use as many resources.